Welcome everybody. This is Jason and the name of this week's workshop is Brave Little Tailor. This is part 2 or finishing up, and this is a start to finish 4:2 clothing conversion workshop. So let's pick up where we left off. What tools will we need to finish up? To finish this process, we need Milkshape with the TSRW plugin, Mesh Toolkit, SimPE, and Body Shop. What steps do we have left? For this portion of the workshop, the process is to auto-assign bones, create morphs, build a mesh, create a recolor, and link the mesh to the recolor. So last week, we just built this OBJ in Milkshape. It's completely unjointed. So what we would do to joint that, we go File, Export TSRW object. We export that to our project folder. We open Mesh Toolkit. We make sure that we're on the Auto Tools for WSO tab and the Auto Assign Bones subtab. For WSO Mesh to modify, we select the WSO mesh that we just exported. Then for Reference Mesh, we select any of the reference meshes that I included in the workshop post. Like, for example, we're doing an adult female mesh, so adult female underwear bones works well. We don't mess with any of the other settings, and we just click do assignments and save. We export that right to our project folder. Then we open a sample body, like for the mesh that we're working on. In this case, it's adult female. So we open the adult female underwear mesh provided in the workshop post. We just trim away any unused vertices. So in this example, because it's a full body outfit, all we're leaving behind is the neck and the hands. In the comments for the body group, we're going to delete the morph ref num line. The reason for this, the body, it's just the neck and the hands. It doesn't need to be morphed. We're going to say that morph ref num 0 for the morphed mesh that we import. Then we select File, Import TSRW object, and we import the newly jointed outfit. Go to the Joints tab, then we select Draw Vertices with Bone Colors, and we can see that it's jointed fairly accurately, and that with the part that we trimmed away, it appears to be flush with the outfit mesh. So we're good to go. We can save that work in our project folder as a Milkshape file. Then we delete the body group, and we go File, Export TSRW object. This time in Mesh Toolkit, we select the Auto Create Morph subtab. Then we load the mesh that we're going to morph. We select the morphing template this time. For adult female will be adult female body morphs. Don't mess with any of the settings. Click on Create Morph Mesh Groups. Then we go back to Milkshape. We open the original Milkshape file that we saved, the one that has the skin. We delete the group base or the clothing group, and we go File, Import TSRW object. Now we can see that the morphing action deforms a little. That preg morph needs to be smooth. So if you need to do any smoothing, go ahead and do that at this stage. Once we've done all of our smoothing, we select the group base group in the Groups tab. We rename that to No Blend. We enter the comments for No Blend like this. You see that morph ref num, it's 0. That is because this is the first group that gets morphed. Then we rename group fat to ~00 morphmod.1. In morphmod.1, we enter these comments: morph names bot morph space fat bot. That's our fat morph. Then we rename group special ~00 morphmod.2. Then for the comments for morphmod.2, we enter this. This is our preg morph. To build the mesh, first we need to save that Milkshape file. Then we go File, Export, Sims2 Unimesh Exporter. We export that to our project folder. We open SimPE. We go File, New. We select that new resource in the resource tree. Then we go Tools, PJSE, Body Mesh Tools, Extracting Stage. We get the pop-up. In this case, because we're using a template, we select Browse. go to one of the templates that I shared in the resource post. In this case, the one for adult female. We open that up. That's going to create the 4 resources, the CRESS, the SHPE, the GMND, the GMDC. From there, we go Tools, Object Tools, Fix Integrity. We rename our scene graph. We click Update. We click OK. That's going to fix all of the resources in the scene graph. We select the GMDC in the resource tree. Once again, in the resource list, we right click, we go to Replace. We select the file that we exported from Milkshape, the 5GD. Then we save the mesh in our project folder. We copy that mesh to Body Shop, and we're ready to create a recolor. We open Body Shop. We click Start a New Project. We select the age and gender and life stage that we're creating the recolor for. It's easiest to select a mesh that already has 2 groups in it. So I'm selecting this one. We export the project. We give the project a unique name in the tooltip. We import it back into the game. That's going to save in your saved Sims folder, and we can close Body Shop. We open the saved Sims folder. We open the project, the recolor that we just created. We go to the GZPS in the resource tree and in the resource list. And in this case, we need to do this because the recolor that I exported, the name of that was body_alpha. And what I did here, I just changed it to no blend. So it recognizes the group from the morph that I exported. We select the TXTR in the resource list, or in the resource tree. Once again, in the resource list, we find the no blend plugin in the TXTR. We right click in the plugin. We select build DXT. We load up the image that we created in last week's workshop. Make sure that's DXT. Make sure there's no sharpen filter. And we click build. We commit and we save. Finally, we select the 3 IDR in the resource tree, once again in the resource list. We select tools, PGSE, body mesh tools, linking stage. The first pop-up, we click OK. Then in the Save Sims folder, we look for the mesh that we need to link to. We select that mesh, we click open, we get the second pop-up, we click OK. It closes the pop-up. We just save our work. We have now linked the recolor to the mesh. We launch Body Shop once again. If you renamed the group in the GZPS, you might have to export that file once again, just so that it fixes all of the resources in the scene graph. In this case, it looks like there's a bit of a mapping issue, so we might need to reassign bones. And once we have fixed it in Body Shop, then we're ready to test it in game. The way that I like to test in game, just place a couch, have your sim jump on the couch. You can slow it down a little bit to like slow motion 5 and just check the bone assignments. In this one, we can see that it still needs a lot of work. So to get started, we remove the body from the AF conservationist female. We rename that group base. We file, export TSRW. We save that as conservationist AF joints. And let's do the same thing for the male right quick. I forgot to do that. So we renamed this group base. And we go file, export, TSRW object. We do the same thing. Now back to Mesh Toolkit. Now it should work. So we load up conservationist AF joints, we load up AF underwear bones. We don't mess with any of this. Do assignments and save. And we save that as AF conservationist AF joints. That select the male, and we select, AM underwear bones. And we do the same thing. We just save that right over the joints. So we're good there. Then we go new. Let's open that underwear again. Delete the morphs. We edit the comment. We just remove that last line. And this time we'll just delete from about there. We'll just trim to about there, and we'll leave the arms. We import. No. Sorry, that was a male group. Now we can trim. So we hide that group base. And I think I trimmed it. I think it needs to be trimmed there. What is turn edge? Walk me through that. Hey folks, editing Jason here. So while I was presenting the workshop, I received a really excellent tip from Brudira. She says that there's a feature of Milkshape called turn edge. So what you do, you go to the model tab. In the select button, you make sure that you're selecting faces. Then you select two faces from the model and you go vertex, turn edge. And what that's going to do, that's going to spin around the edge of the vertices so that you can delete any of the ragged vertices. That's a really cool feature, and we'll see it coming up here. Oh, that's handier because then you don't have to go back and use the normal smoother. Control E. That's handy. And I think we're going to do, can we do the same thing here? Yes. Splitting the edge and then smoothing it out. That's handy. It's not beautiful, but so what I do, I go Control N and then Control W just to make sure that they're joined and welded so that there are no, it doesn't give you the error with the extra vertices. And then we just go vertex, divide edge. And it tells me please select exactly two. So Control N, Control W once again. There it is. Then here, Control N, Control W. Same thing here. Vertex, divide edge. Cool. So then just get rid of those two vertices. And we switch back to face. And we select the affected faces. Then we go vertex, cat's normal smoother. And that looks pretty good. So I'm going to save this one. And then hop over to the joints tab and we select draw vertices with bone colors. We can live with the joint assignment. This is just to test it out. So then we delete body and I go File, Export, TSRW Object. And this is Conservationist AF Morphs. Let's do the same thing with the male. So and let's try turning the edge again. That's handy because then you don't have to go back and smooth the normals. That looks pretty good. I think I'm going to leave it like that. There is a little bit of a gap in the back of the neck, but I think what I can do there. Sorry, select my vertex. Just going to reshape the vertices instead of the neck. So if I just pull those forward a little bit, yeah, that makes that little tiny gap disappear. Then we go to groups, we check the comments for body, and we delete that morph ref num. And I think we're ready to save. So we go save as Conservationist AM mesh. Then we delete body. And we export this one as Conservationist AM morphs. Go back to Mesh Toolkit. This time we select, we're still on Auto Tools for WSO, but we select Auto Create Morphs this time. Then we select AF Morphs. We select AF Body Morphs. And we just save back over AF Morphs. Same thing with AM. We select the one that says Morphs. We select AM Aquilegia Morphs. And we save back over the one that says Morphs. Okay, now we open Conservationist AF Mesh and we delete Group Base. Then we go File, Import, TSRW, and we select AF Morphs. We're starting with the 0 group, so I just grab this first one that says body. Then we go to Group Base, and we paste those comments there. But instead of body, I'm going to change that to no blend. And what this tells the game is this is mapped differently from the body. So it has its own texture and its own material. Then we go to group fat, and we copy this first one, this tilde 00 morph mod dot 1. We paste that over the text box and we click rename. Then group special. What I'm going to do here, I just copy over the text. I paste and then I change that last digit to 2. And then I click rename. Then we bounce back to quick copy notes and we grab morph names bot morphs fatbot. Then in the comments for morphmod.1, we paste fatbot. Then we copy pregbot. We open the comments for morphmod.2 and we paste. Let's give that a quick save. File, save as. Or no. File, export. Sims 2 Unimesh Exporter version 4.09. 4:2. Conservationist AF. And if you zoom in, I don't love the pregmorph. It could stand to be reshaped, but let's see what happens first. Then give that a quick save, and then we open the male one. So conservationist AM mesh. We delete group base. We file import TSRW object. And we select the WSO with the morphs. The dude looks a lot better, honestly. Like the morphing actions didn't deform the fat morph that much. So same thing as before. We copy this first block of text here. We go to group base. In the comments for group base, we paste. We change this to no blend. That we rename here no blend. Then we grab this first morphmod thing here. We select group fat. We paste over the text and we click rename. Group special. We paste over the text. We change the last digit to 2 and we click rename. Then we grab the comments for morphmod 1. We paste. We grab the comments for morphmod 2. We paste. We save. We'll file, export, Sims 2 Unimesh Exporter. And we do the same thing here, except we change this to AM. To build a new mesh, I'm going to go Tools, PJSE, Body Mesh Tools, Extracting Stage. Now I have a whole folder of extracted projects, that is full body meshes for both genders, for adult and teen. I have accessories, so I just have all these things to clone from. We get this pop-up window. We select Browse. And sorry, where do I have them? I have mine in my cloning templates folder, but I shared cloning templates for AM and AF for full body. So I select AF body for cloning. Go ahead and open that. And it's going to create a set of resources for me, an entire mesh. We've got a GMDC, we've got a GMND, we've got a crest, and we've got a shape. So now we go Tools, Object Tools, Fix Integrity, Here, we need to give it a unique name in the scene graph. So I'm going to go AF, 4T2 conservationist AF. Click update, click OK. Then we select the GMDC in the resource tree. Once again, in the resource list, we right click, we replace. And we go to where we exported the AF mesh. We replace it and give it a quick preview. I think we're good to go. Best practice for meshes, start the name with mesh so you can distinguish this from your recolors. So we go mesh, I give it my own name. Okay. Then we go File, New. We select that resource in the resource tree. Tools, PJSE, Body Mesh Tools. Extracting stage, we're just doing the same thing for the male. So we click Browse. And we go to AM full for cloning. Same deal. It builds us a mesh. Tools. Object tools. Fix integrity. I rename it the same thing, but I change it to AM. Update. Okay. Then select the GMDC. Once again, in the resource list, right click, replace. And this time we select the male 5GD. Give that a quick preview. That looks pretty good. So we go save as. And I just keep the same naming convention, but I make it AM. So we've built two meshes. Now, what I need to do, brave little Tailor. I need to grab those two meshes that I just built. I go to my saved Sims folder, and I'm just going to paste those right there. So once we have Body Shop open, we go to Create Parts, Start a New Project, Create Clothing, and we look for an everyday female outfit. That might need to be censored for YouTube. And I think this one, that is specifically named. No, that's three different. That has three groups. So I'm trying to find one with just two groups. I think this one is no blend. So I am going to call this one Conserve AF Test. We just give it a tooltip and re-import it back into game. And we do the same thing with the male. just grab one of my Merry Minstrels ones because I know that one is named No Blend. Oh, but it has the shoes. It has a third group. And that's fine. We will edit the GZPS. So we export the projects and we quit Body Shop. Then we open the recolor package. So we go to Save Sims. These are some accessories that I'm working on, but we want our clothes specifically. So this is the Conservationist AF. First, we select the 3 IDR in the resource tree. Once again, in the resource list, we got Tools, PJSE, Body Mesh Tools. This time we choose Linking Stage. We get the first pop-up. We click OK. Then we find our mesh, Conservationist AF. And we can save that. Here we have body, we have no blend, and we have boots. So we want to replace no blend. We'll build DXT. Go to my folder. And let's do Conservationist 2 for this one. I extracted all 3 of the recolors for this. So they're mapped the same for male and female. So we can just build. We replace no blend. Now what we need to do, we go to the GZPS. Once again, in the resource tree, we scroll down to the bottom here, and we need to delete these bottom 3 lines, the ones that correspond. Oh no. No, that is wrong. Let's change boots to no blend. Then we delete the bottom 3 lines. Then we give body. We rename, no, sorry. We go to num overrides. We change that from 3 to 2. Hey folks, so once again during the workshop, we got really great advice from Udira. Basically what she said here is that you don't have to delete the last 3 lines of the GZPS if you're eliminating a group. All you really need to do if you're going to reclone the recolor in Body Shop is change the num overrides to the next lowest number. So in this case, 2. I'm going to open Body Shop and then I'm going to like clone this same package again so that it fixes the scene graph. Oh, good tip. That's a good tip because, oh, if I had known that doing my amulets, that would have saved me about 10 minutes. So we open the mail package. First, we select the 3 IDR in the resource tree. Then in the resource list, we go Tools, PGSE, Body Mesh, Linking Stage. Okay. We go to our Save Sims folder, and we find that mail mesh, Conservationist AM. Give that a quick save. And we go to the TXTR. We find the no blend TXTR. And we build the XT. Brave little Tailor. And this time I'm going to use Conservationist Male. Why does that look wrong? Oh, because I didn't use the trimmed one. Conservationist male trimmed. So I'm just going to use the original texture on that one. Now we go to the GZPS, once again in the resource list, and we change num overrides. Sorry, num overrides, we need to change that to 2. Oh, and then second subset, we need to change boots to no blend. Give that a quick save. And we can restart Body Shop. We have fixed these outfits. And yeah, we need to fix the textures apparently. Same issue with male. What is going on with male? That might not even... Okay, so... Yes. Yeah, I think it's just going to come down to replacing the texture. So conserve female 02. We'll just add a tooltip, re-import it back in. And same thing here. And let's see what's happening in SimPE. So we go to our Save Sims folder. And we've got no blend in body, but no blend is pulling from the former boots texture. So not to worry. Desktop, brave little Tailor. Let's do Conservationist 2. That should fix female. One thing I wanted to check, because it is a solid mesh, and I don't love that. See, this is Sim Skin. For no blend, I want it to be Sim Standard Material. Someone just recently had an issue with this. They had a bottom mesh that was showing as black in Body Shop, and this was the issue. It had to be changed to Sim Standard Material. Now let's have a look at the male. So we go conserve male 02. First we have a look at the material. The no blend is once again pulling from the shoes. So we open Brave Little Tailor and we replace it with the original texture. So they're mapped the same way, but I use different colors for the male and female mesh just for demonstration purposes. Then we go to TXMT. We select the no blend one in the resource list. We double check over here, and this is already set to Sim Standard Material. So it shouldn't be an issue. Then, for some reason, I had to delete all of this crap every time I launch Body Shop. Let's do one last look in Body Shop. Okay, so we go to create clothing. And now, look at that. That doesn't need to be edited. So, okay, I am probably going to trim the video here because I need to grab a sim. So the way that I like to check bone assignments for my new meshes, I will have the Sims dress in the clothes in game because Body Shop doesn't tell you a lot about bone assignments. So I will have them jump on a couch. So just play on the couch and see what happens. Let's slow it down. We use slow motion 5. See, he's got a little bit of a ripple on the inner thigh there. Yeah, he's got, yeah. The thighs on both of them are a little bit meshed. The thighs on both of them are a little bit messed up, but overall, the assignment isn't that bad. And that's pretty much it. That's how to do 4-2 outfits.